Hey, my lovelies, it's Sunday morning and my house is a disaster area. We are renovating our bathroom, as you may know, and it's just a mess. So I just don't really have the time to make a bunch of videos now. So in the next couple of weeks, I may just do more kind of sit down type of videos. So today I just thought maybe we can just get to know each other a little bit better. And I thought I'd just answer some interesting questions. I looked on Google just to kind of find like what are some interesting questions, like a tag or like a conversation kind of questions. And so I'm just gonna get started here. Number one, where do you like to go when you eat out? Now, first of all, I hardly ever really go and eat out. When we do go eat out, it's just, it's probably just a very rustic local restaurant here in Germany. There's not a lot of chains. It's all individual restaurants. And so I like just very much home cooked kind of food, just very rustic. And I always try to eat something healthy and it's all made from scratch. The next question is, do you like to cook? Yes, I love cooking. I have to admit that lately because I've just been doing a lot and I have been thinking a lot about what I cook because I've gotten a little bit lazy just because of the fact that my daughter, she just won't eat a lot of stuff that I cook. And so I just make what's easiest for everyone. And I just, end up making lots of potatoes. She loves anything and everything with potatoes. So I make, like my own French fries just with olive oil. And I make baked potatoes or mashed potatoes. She loves mashed potatoes. And I've been thinking that I need to get back that passion for variety in my diet, even if she's not going to eat all of it. I don't know. I just love everything and anything, and I love to experiment, and I love Mediterranean food and lots of vegetables. So I'm just going to start making what I used to make. And I definitely do love to cook. I make my own sourdough bread. I make a lot of things. I make everything from scratch, and I love the taste. Honestly, a lot of times when I go to restaurants, I'm not a picky eater at all, but now I sometimes think I could have done that better at home and it would have been cheaper. Okay, so the next question, could you live without the internet? Whoa, that is quite a question. The problem is that, there's really two parts of my life. There's my just personal life and then there's my professional life, which of course, since my professional life really reflects a lot of what I do personally. I'm a vocal coach and a singer and a performer, and I get found through the internet. It would be really hard for me to make any money without the internet. I'm sure if, suddenly I had to do without the internet, I would find other ways, but honestly, it would be really, really difficult. Personally, I go on detoxes all the time where I just cut myself off from social media, but I can't really do it too long because I have kind of clients and people to take care of that I connect through social media. So it would be definitely hard for me to just, live without internet. The next question is, what would a perfect day be like? What would a perfect day be like? Okay. I think to me, the perfect day is this, and I've pictured it many times. It's almost pretty much like what I'm doing now. I get up in the morning and all my loved ones are still asleep. I get up early. I have a good early start and I greet the day. And I work out. I take care of my body. I meditate. And then my loved ones awake. And then we have breakfast together. We hang out. We just enjoy our time together. We don't really have a lot of commitments time-wise, outside the house. And we just pretty much live life on our own terms. That is my perfect day. And that means spending just lots of time with my family and eating great food. I make breakfast and then I make lunch. And then we go outside when the weather allows. It's just spending a lot of time together. That is so valuable to me. And then, I create music and I love to create, making videos, creating new songs, writing music. I already do all those things. So that is the perfect day. And I can say almost every single day I have the perfect day, including working on my home and, having projects at home And like right now, of course, we're remodeling the bathroom. That's like a huge, gigantic project. And but like I just love that, and that's the perfect day for me. What's on your bucket list is the next question. Okay, on my bucket list, I have to say I've already checked off a lot of things of my bucket list, but there's one huge, gigantic thing that's still on my bucket list. It's not so much a bucket list than it is just this deep down desire that's always been there and it's never going away. So like, I mean, I've written a book. I make enough money. Of course, there's always space to grow, but it is growing all the time. I have a house. I have a garden. I have a dog. You know, I'm not married. We may get married one day if everything goes well. I have one daughter, and here is the bucket list thing. I definitely want more children. Like whether it's one or more, like I know I'm in my 40s, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. And by the way, I am in the middle of doing things to fulfill that dream. And if you want to follow along, check out my blog at healthyminimalistmom.com. The link is below. For some reason, you have to add www before. I don't know why it won't work if you don't. Do you have any trips coming up is the next question. Well, if it hadn't been for Corona, then I probably, I would have been to Spain already, but that vacation got canceled. And now the next best thing we're going to do this summer is we're going to actually go hiking in the Austrian Alps. The borders are supposed to be back open again starting mid-June. And so the beginning of August, we booked our yearly trip that we make every year to go hiking in the Alp Mountains. What's your favorite hobby? Okay, I don't really have a hobby. I think maybe my hobby is like house projects, home projects, gardening. It always changes. It's not like every day it's the same, but I would say probably my biggest hobby is my home. And I don't know, can family be a hobby? Fitness, staying fit, but maybe that's not a hobby. Maybe it's just, I do it because I know I'll feel better. And so, yeah, maybe I just have the home making and cooking, all these things. Do you have, or have you had any pets? Definitely. We have a dog, and let me show you where he is right now. He's sleeping. Yeah, like you can see in a little bit here. He's sleeping back there in this corner. And let me tell you what I've had in the past. Okay, when I was a kid, I wanted a cat so bad. So when I was about 7 years old, we got a cat. Then the next thing, chickens. I wanted chickens. I don't know why. I fell in love with chicks, little baby chickens, and I wanted chickens so bad. And then we got chickens and we had fresh eggs every day. That was awesome. And then, of course, I wanted a pony. Which girl doesn't want a pony? So for years and years and years, I begged my parents, and then I started taking horseback riding lessons. And then I actually got a pony, like a big pony, like a small horse. And that one was pregnant. We knew it. And so then soon after that, we had two. And then I really got into this horseback riding thing. And I don't know, then we bought another one because I wanted to do dressage. And then we bought another one because I wanted to do like jumping. And then I got into this thing that I wanted to be a professional horseback rider. Is that a name? And I seriously, for 10 years, I did that so seriously. And I had 5 horses at one point. And I did jumping, dressage, everything you could think of. And every single day I spent with my animals and with my pets. And I failed 9th grade because all I did was just hang out with horses and train my horses and feed my horses and clean out horse stables. I didn't have time for school anymore. But, failing 9th grade was not a big deal. My parents weren't they were like, well, you're doing that for you. You're not doing it for anyone. It's you and your future. So you may want to focus. I just didn't know that you had to study. I thought all you do is just go to school. And then, when I repeated 9th grade, everything was fine. And I graduated with really good grades. And then I went to college and I wasn't always on the president's list. And with honors, magna cum laude, I graduated. So, it was okay. I wasn't like a dummy. But I failed 9th grade, because of all my horses. And then, of course, I've always had cats And, we've always had a dog, and I always had a dog pretty much. And then I had parakeets, I had guinea pigs and bunnies, and just a bunch of different things. And let me tell you this, I am a total animal lover, but nowadays, because I'm such an animal lover, I don't want any, I have my dog. I've had him for 11 years. And before him, I had a dog for 15 years. But I told myself when he's no more, I am going to take a break because I love animals so much. I just don't want it at this point in my life, maybe later again, maybe when I'm an empty nester. But right now, it's my focus on children and family, and I want to travel. I want to do things, and I just am sick and tired of hair in my house all the time. I love my dog, and I go jogging with him every day. I love that. But I'm going to take a break from the pet thing. Unless my daughter, she's turning 8 this year, when she's old enough to truly take care of a pet herself, maybe I'll get her one. But here's the thing, I don't like pets in cages. I just don't like that. I don't think it's nice for them. So I don't know. I would rather watch animals live a free life. What is your favorite movie? Okay, I'm such a chick flick person, and my feel-good movie number 1 is Father of the Bride, first part and second part. The first part is, of course, when Steve Martin, he is the father. There's an old version with Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. That is funny too, but I just love the Steve Martin version. And in the second part, the daughter gets pregnant and the mother gets pregnant at the same time. I don't know. Maybe that's because where I'm at right now. My daughter is not grown up yet, but I feel like I'm late in life, but that's something I wish for. And it's kind of maybe some things that some people may think it's late in life, but I just don't feel like it. I feel like I'm so fit as ever, and I feel great. I feel better than in my 20s, honestly. So yes, Father of the Bride, part 1 and 2, all-time feel-good comedies and movies. Do you drink coffee or tea? I'm such an herbal person, and I drink lots of herbal teas. I have this whole collection of different herbs. I have some herbs in my own yard that I then harvest and I dry them, like mint, mint tea. I don't buy it. I just have this corner in my yard that has all this wild mint that grows like insane. I dry that and I have mint tea all throughout the year. I have developed a taste for coffee lately in the past few months. So I actually love a coffee every once in a while, but when I drink it too often, it doesn't taste good to me anymore. So maybe every 3 or 4 days. Sometimes I drink it every other day, but sometimes not for an entire week and sometimes not for 2 weeks. So a little bit of coffee it's just like a treat. And that is something I really enjoy. The next question is kind of deep philosophical. Do you believe in luck? I don't believe in coincidences. Sometimes we interpret way too much into something and we're like, oh, someone doesn't like me. Maybe this is just like a big plan. I don't believe that God micromanages every single detail. I think there's a lot of freedom and a lot of things, there's many ways something could go down. And there's just many versions of how our lives can turn out, which I think all of them would be okay. And it's all about the mindset. I have really started to adapt the mindset of, I really want something, but I'm going to pursue something and I'm going to put in all the work and I'm going to stay positive and I assume it's going to work, but it's not that I'm totally attached to that outcome. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm like, oh, that I must not be lucky. I think there's always a reason for something. And so I don't really believe in luck, but I also do believe that we totally, what we put in our minds and what we put on our radar, kind of law of attraction. But it also has to do, I do believe in vibrations and that, it's just your RAS, your reticular activating system. It's like when you have things on your radar, you recognize opportunities and you recognize things that, oh, I need to pursue this. Whereas if you didn't have those things on your radar, you just wouldn't know. And so maybe it's not luck that it's totally coincidence, but it does have to do with, there are those coincidences that just happen, but then it's up to you what you make of it. Are you going to take action, or are you just going to pass it by? What are some of your long-term goals? I think that kind of goes with the bucket list thing, but my long-term goals are, okay, they have changed a bit. It used to be coming out of that period of my life where I was financially just devastated. Then my goal was like, I just want to make a lot of money one day. That is so not my goal anymore. And maybe it's only because I'm in a comfortable place now. It's not like, I don't achieve like, I have to have $1 million. I don't know. Do I need that? I have adapted this minimalist lifestyle. And for me, it's, money certainly, oh my goodness, money certainly makes everything so much more comfortable. And I just sleep so much better. I could just tell you that when my savings is well stocked up. But I don't know, long-term goals. My long-term goals are to stay healthy and to still not only look good, but feel good and be healthy and energetic as I get older, in my 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 100 years and beyond, which I would like to achieve. I just want to know that I have done the best to feel my best when I get older. So now I'm investing in my health, and I'm loving all the research that I'm putting into. I have gained so much knowledge by listening to tons of audiobooks and tons of podcasts, all the experts. I just love that topic. But that is truly my number one goal, because I want to still be here for my daughter and possibly future kids. Even when I'm 80 and 90, I hope to get really old, and I hope to age well and to be healthy and to still have the energy to live my life to its fullest. That is my number one goal. And then, of course, my next goal is to just, surround myself with people that really give me a lot and whom I can give a lot to. So my family and my friends, so important. And that is not only a long-term goal, it's happening right now, and I'm investing in these things, but those are the most important things in the future. Okay, last question. What is the most useful thing you own? Okay, I think my laptop, and I really have to say too, my laptop and my camera. On my laptop, I can record music, I can edit music, I can edit my videos, and I can do wonderful things with that laptop. And in connection with my camera, I don't know, it really fulfills me. These are two items that are extremely valuable. The question when I was asked, could you live without the internet? That doesn't mean I have to have internet. Being creative, I'm a techie. I've always been a techie. I just love what you can do with the tech. That's the thing. So it's not about, do I like sitting in front of the laptop? No. But I absolutely love what I can do with it and what I can create, and then, what it does. And that is, I just think it's amazing. So yeah, my laptop and my camera. So these were some questions I answered today. I will probably continue this on because, really, as we are renovating the bathroom, it's I just don't have any capacity to do lots of videos, cleaning videos a little bit, yes, but it's a mess in my house. Downstairs, it's all the materials are there, and upstairs, all the materials are there and all the dirt. So basically only my bedroom and here, this living space, are the only two spaces that are halfway normal. Although everyone walks through here and it's kind of dirty. The floor is always dirty here now. And only on Sundays do we take a break. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you have not, if you're new here. It was awesome that you hung out for such a long time. And I will get back to making more videos about organizing, minimalism, and of course, family. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye.